Hey everyone, welcome back to Corporate Decoder, the place where we decode the confusing world of corporate finance. And let's just say today's filing is a real eye-opener for anyone following the crypto investment scene, especially if you've heard of GBTC. Get ready because we're diving deep into the Grayscale Bitcoin Trust ETF's latest report, where some serious behind-the-scenes deals are coming to light. This isn't just about numbers, it is about the fundamental shifts happening with one of the most talked about crypto investment vehicles out there. Seriously, if you're invested or even just curious about how these big crypto funds operate, stick around because this is important. And before we get too deep, if you like uncovering the real story behind corporate filings and want more in-depth analysis like this, make sure you subscribe. Also, join our Discord community. The link is in the description below. It's a great place to talk directly with me and other viewers about these filings. So what are we looking at here? It's a Form 8K, which is basically a report companies file when something significant happens that the public should know about. And fast. Think of it as a special bulletin from the CAC. This one is for the Grayscale Bitcoin Trust ETF ticker symbol GBTC, and it's dated the 3rd of October 2025. Now, who is this trust? It's essentially a way for investors to get exposure to Bitcoin without directly holding it. Grayscale Investment Sponsors LLC is the company managing this whole thing, and they're based out of Stamford, Connecticut. While we usually skip over contact details, just a quick note, their main line is 212 668 to 1427. But the real meat of the filing isn't the phone number. It's the agreements they've entered into. Before we get to the juicy stuff, it's worth noting that Grayscale Bitcoin Trust ETF shares, which trade under the ticker GBTC, are listed on the NYSE Arca Inc. This tells us it's a publicly traded security, meaning these filings are crucial for everyday investors. Alright, let's talk about the big news. Item 1.01 reveals a brand new deal, a material definitive agreement, which basically means a really important contract has been signed. This agreement is with Coinbase. Inc. Coinbase is acting as the prime broker and also through its affiliates, Coinbase Custody Trust Company LLC, as the custodian and Coinbase Credit Incorporated. So Coinbase is essentially stepping up to be the main financial partner and custodian for the Grayscale Bitcoin Trust ETF. This new partnership is governed by what they call the Coinbase Prime Broker Agreement. This agreement lays out exactly what Coinbase will do to manage the trust's Bitcoin, which is held by Coinbase Custody. It defines the rules for how the trust's assets are handled and protected. Now, here is the kicker. Coinbase Custody was already involved with the trust. They were part of the previous prime broker agreement. So this isn't a completely new relationship, but it definitely signifies a deeper, more structured partnership going forward. This means all past references to their old agreement are now replaced by this new comprehensive one. But Coinbase isn't the only big name making waves. The report also details a new fund administration and accounting agreement with BNI Mellon Asset Servicing, a division of the Bank of New York Mellon, or BNY, as they're known. This agreement, effective the 9th of October 2025, means BNY is going to handle the trust's administrative and accounting tasks. Think of them as the record keepers and the ones making sure all the financial operations are running smoothly and correctly according to all the rules. Similar to Coinbase, BNY was already working with the trust under a previous agreement. This new deal just solidifies and possibly expands their role. Now, what happens when you sign a new, important agreement? You typically say goodbye to the old one. And that's exactly what item 1.02 tells us. The trust and its sponsor, along with the custodian, have officially terminated the previous prime broker agreement on the 3rd of October 2025. This agreement was originally signed back on the 29th of December 2023, so they've replaced the old framework with the new, more detailed one with Coinbase. And in parallel, the previous fund administration and accounting agreement with BNY, which was dated the 26th of February 2024, has also been terminated, effective the 9th of October 2025. This marks a clean break from their prior arrangements, paving the way for the new agreements. Now, for those who want to dig into the actual legal documents, the filings list the exhibits. Exhibit 10.1 is the full prime broker agreement, and Exhibit 10.2 is the fund administration and accounting agreement. These are the full, detailed contracts that define the entire relationship with Coinbase and BNY. They are incorporated by reference, meaning they're officially part of this report. And finally, Therese Exhibit 104, which is the interactive data file for the cover page in XBRL format. This is for the computers making the data machine readable, which is essential for regulatory compliance and data analysis. Signing off on this report is Edward McGee, acting as Chief Financial Officer and Principal Financial and Accounting Officer for Grayscale Investment Sponsors LLC. This shows that senior leadership is aware of and responsible for these significant operational changes. So what does all this mean? In simple terms, the Grayscale Bitcoin Trust ETF is formalizing and deepening its key operational relationships. They're working with Coinbase, a major player in the crypto space, for prime brokerage and custody services, and with BNY Mellon, a giant in traditional finance, for fund administration and accounting. This suggests a move towards greater institutionalization and robustness in their operations. For investors, this could mean increased stability and clearer lines of responsibility, which are crucial for any investment vehicle, especially one dealing with volatile assets like Bitcoin. It's a sign that the trust is maturing and aligning itself with established financial service providers. The termination of previous agreements and the entry into new comprehensive ones shows a strategic shift, likely aimed at improving efficiency, security, and compliance as the cryptocurrency market continues to evolve and attract more mainstream attention. The key takeaway here is Grayscale is bringing in some heavy hitters to manage its flagship product, aiming for more solid ground. Alright, that is our breakdown of Grayscale Bitcoin Trust ETF's latest filing. What is your take on these new partnerships and what they signal for the future of GBTC? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. If this analysis was valuable and helped you understand this filing better, hitting that like button really helps the channel grow, and subscribe for more straightforward corporate breakdowns. Don't forget to check out the Discord community linked in the description. It's a great space to connect and discuss. Thanks for watching. See you next time.